Maximizers, welcome to my life. If this is your first time watching me, welcome. My name is Crystal, aka Crystal Maximizer, and I am a content coach. And I help product based business owners create consistent content that brings in consistent sales to their business so they do not have to hire influencers or run paid ads. I help business owners create organic content that brings in consistent sales for them. Okay. I have been creating content on social media since 2018 when I started my business. I started off teaching women how to coupon, how to budget, and how to save money strategically. I eventually started helping my clients actually start businesses and side hustles because my clients are like, hey, Crystal, we want to make more money. Can you teach us how to start YouTube channels? Can you teach us how to start side hustles? And I said, absolutely. So in 2020, I started teaching my clients how to make money. And then my coach hired me to help coach her people. So then I accidentally became a business coach. And one thing that happened that I did not expect was I fell absolutely in love with it. I fell in love with helping women make more money. Why? Because nothing bad happens when women make more money. 95% of all of our problems can be solved if we make more money. I don't care what anyone says. 95% of almost all of my problems can be fixed if I make more money. So in 2023, I decided that I wanted to be a full time business coach. I decided that helping women make more money was a better use of my time, my energies, my efforts, and my expertise. And in 2024, I narrowed it down, I niched down even more, and I decided that I wanted to help women specifically make sales and make money from their content in their business. I have since 2018, I've posted close to 2,000 YouTube videos across two YouTube channels. I have gone live close to 1,000 times between free and paid lives. I have gone live close to 1,000 times since 2019. I have been able to service thousands of women, whether it was helping them save money or make money. And I have been able to make close to $400,000 since I started making money in 2019 from my business. Okay. What I realize is that I am amazing at content. All of my brand deal opportunities, all of my coaching clients who pay me for one on one or group coaching or bought a workshop or bought a boot camp or bought a masterclass from me, they all found me from my content. Thank you so much for those likes and thank you so much for following. They all found me from my content. The content is at the core of my business. It starts with content, then I build my email list, I get my clients, and I go from there. But at the core of it, the thing that I do the best is content. So in 2024, I said, I'm niching down, I'm a content coach. So I help you create content that brings you sales, which brings me to tonight. Tonight, we are talking about tips to sell your ass off. Hey, Barbara. It's a something that I started saying, I think last year. I'm going to teach you how to sell your ass off, okay? And you're going to sell your ass off without sounding like a used car salesman. You're going to sell your ass off without saying bye. Hey, DST Crafton, thank you so much for joining. You are going to be able to make sales in your business literally from your content. So tonight, I'm sharing with you, how many tips do I have here? 7, 8 tips for how you can make more sales in your business. Because if you're a business owner, the number one thing you should be doing is making sales. So I want to know who's here. I want to know who's in the room. Let me know in the comments where you're watching from, what city, what state, what country are you watching from, and what is your business? What do you sell? What actually are you selling right now to make money? I respond to all comments, so please don't be shy. Let me know in the comments where are you watching from? What do you sell in your business? How do you make money? Let me know. Because tonight I want to share with you some tips, some tricks, some techniques, some things that you can do with your content and your product that is going to help you make more sales. Okay. So I'll start off because I always start off. I want y'all to know who this woman is that is yapping at you, who this woman is that is talking to you. I'm in Florida. Okay. I am in the Sunshine State. And like I told you all, my business is content coaching and I sell one on one coaching. I sell one on one coaching to my clients, meaning I work with them one on one to meet them where they are to help them get to where they want to go with their content and their sales. Okay. So let me know in the comments where you're watching from and what do you sell in your business. First up, we have Yolanda. She sells paparazzi jewelry. Hey, Yolanda, I just worked with the client and did a strategy session with the client, and I helped her come up with a full content, a six month, a 60-day content strategy for her paparazzi jewelry. So I am familiar because I just did a deep dive with a client last week on paparazzi jewelry. Alani. Hello, my name is Alani Samora from New York. Welcome, welcome. I create and sell designer-inspired perfume. Ooh, perfume. What is your number one selling perfume scent? What's the number one scent that you sell? What's your signature, right? If I came to you and said, hey, I want your signature, what perfume would that be? Let us know in the comments. Don't be shy. Let us know where you're watching from and what you sell. I am live on all of my platforms. I'm live on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, both YouTube channels, and Instagram and TikTok. I didn't do Facebook because my Facebook page has been acting up. I'm in Ohio. I sell custom t-shirts and hoodies. Awesome. Thank you so much, I Am Coco, for joining. Thank you so much for joining. I'm super excited to have you here. Pressure inspired by DKNY. Okay. Love it. Okay, so let's just dig right on into tips to help you make more sales in your business. If you're here, if you're listening, go ahead, keep letting us know where you're watching from and what your business is. If you have any questions while I'm talking, feel free to drop your questions in the chat and I will jump in and answer them at any moment, okay? So first tip for you when it comes to being able to make more sales in your business, you need to have a clearly defined product. If you are in business and you are confused on what you're selling, you're unsure of what you're selling, you are not going to make sales. So if you are newer to business, I highly suggest physical product business owners, 1 to 3 types of your product. Okay, so I'm going to use Alani for an example. She sells perfumes. If she came to me and said, you know what, Crystal, I'm really not making that many sales. Like, I need help making more sales. I would say pick your top 3 perfumes and we're going to focus on those. We are going to focus on those being our main sellers. Because when you're trying to sell too much, you inadvertently sell nothing because you have too much going on. So if you're trying to sell the whole menu, not going to work. You got to sell a specific item. Like when you think about your favorite restaurant, they don't say, come here and get, I love crabs. I went to Crafty Crab with my sister yesterday. They don't say, come here and get all the crabs and seafood you want. No, they have specials every week. They have specials every month. When they send us an email, they highlight a product and they highlight a crab bowl for the week or for the month. So they have a focus. Yes. Can you get a whole bunch of other things at Crafty Crab? They have a shrimp and fried stuff and clams and mussels and lobster, but they're highlighting this mussels bowl or this clam bake right now. Makes sense? So you need to have 1 to 3 clearly defined products from start to finish. If you are hand creating a product, like you are a crafter or you're making the product, focus on perfecting one product. Make it clear. What is the product? How does it help your ideal client? What is the price? Okay. Why is this the best thing to help your ideal client? Which brings me to number 2, so I can talk about them together. What problem does your product solve? Let me know in the comments with a yes or no. Do you know specifically what problem your product solves? Yes or no? If you want to make more sales, okay, the secret is you sell the why. If you share the why of your product, people will buy. Okay. So you need to know exactly what problem your product solves. My one-on-one coaching solves the problem of you being consistent, of you having content, and you making cash. So I'm going to help you create a 30 to 60-day content strategy that in turn is going to allow you to be consistent on social media to engage with your audience, bring them into your atmosphere, which in turn is going to lead you to consistent cash, aka consistent sales. That's the problem that my product solves. What problem does your product solve? The best businesses solve a problem or offer convenience. People pay to solve their problems every day. So if no one's buying from you, you need to get clear on your problem and talk about the problem that your product is solving. Oh, thanks, L Cool J. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. What problem does your product solve? Okay, I'm going to use Rihanna for an example. When Rihanna started Fenty Beauty, okay, when she started Fenty Beauty, what did she do? She started with foundation. Now, she had 50 shades of foundation, but she started with foundation because she knew that especially darker skin tones and light skin tones were not found in the market. So she started with one product and she wanted to solve the problem of having one product with an amazing shade range. She knew what she was doing. So she started with like 50 foundations. And as she grew over the years, people started using her foundation. She added in more products. She knew what problem she was solving. She spent all the time and effort perfecting her foundation because her foundation formulations are amazing, right? A clear product and a clear solution to the problem, okay? Next, I kind of already said it. When you are talking about your product, talk about your product as the solution to the problem. People do not want to hear you say buy, buy, buy. People need to hear you say why, okay? So if you are a business owner and your sales are not where you want them to be, I want you to put some money signs in the chat. If you are a business owner and you feel like you are not consistent on social media, I want you to put some money signs in the chat. If you are a business owner and you feel like your social media platform is not growing the way that you would like it to grow, I want you to put some money signs in the chat. If you are a business owner and you feel stuck on what do I post today and how do I sell today, I want you to put some money signs in the chat. If you feel overwhelmed about posting on social media, you don't feel like it's doing anything for your business, I want you to put some money signs in the chat. If you feel like it works sometimes, but not all the time, I want you to put some money signs in the chat. If you're not making a consistent $3,000 per month, I want you to put some money signs in the chat, okay? This is the problem, okay? And this is how I can help you with one-on-one coaching. Number one, you don't have to do it alone. Business is already hard enough. When you are new to business or just starting out, doing it alone can cause you to quit because you don't know what you don't know and you don't know what you actually need to make yourself grow and move forward in business. Can you figure it out? Absolutely. But if you want to go fast, if you want to go farther and faster, get some help, right? So getting a coach, a mentor is going to help you so much. The second way I'm going to help you solve your problem is the biggest problem. Most people want to make more money. Everybody in business wants to make money. So how I'm going to help you in one-on-one coaching is that I'm number one, going to take you all the way back to the basics. And I'm going to help you figure out what consistency looks like for you. We'll define that. We'll define what your goals are for the next 6 to 12 months within your business, as far as sales and as far as content and social media and audience. Once we define those goals, we're going to create a content plan, a consistency plan. So you know how often you're showing up every single week, and we're going to come up with a plan for you to batch it. Because there's no way that you should be waking up on Monday and being like, what should I post today? Absolutely not. We plan our content for the month. So us two together, we're going to plan that out for you. And then most importantly, we're going to focus on what are your calls to action to take your audience from social media and onto your email list and as a paying client. So we're going to work together and we are going to get you from where you are right now to where you want to go with your sales. So with your cash, with your content, and most importantly, with your consistency. So the solution to your problem is to work with me in one-on-one coaching. Does this make sense? Yes or no? If you sell a physical product and you sell lip gloss, okay, are you sick and tired of having lip gloss that stretches? What is it called? Like has them strings? Are you sick and tired of sticky lip gloss? Are you sick and tired of lip gloss that's just clear and you want a little tint to it? Are you sick and tired of lip gloss that is always rubbing off too fast, sticking you to another person or to your clothing? Let me tell you about why this lip gloss doesn't do that. Okay, you're going to talk about the ingredients. You're going to talk about the makeup. You're going to talk about how you got it colored. You're going to talk about how you made it not sticky. You're going to talk about how easy it glides on. You're going to talk about how easy it is to take off. You're going to talk about how long you can wear it. This is why I created this lip gloss, to solve all of those problems because I was sick of it. Okay, You don't even have to say buy. You're positioning your product as a solution to a problem. This is how you make more sales. That's a better way to make sales versus me saying, go buy my lip gloss right now at KristenMaximizer.com. That doesn't serve you. Or if I say, oh, if you're a business owner and you want help, go to KristenMaximizer.com and book a sales call. Get help with what? How am I going to help you? What does working together look like? People need to hear the why. So yes, you can absolutely go to KristenMaximizer.com and book a free sales call with me. And we can chat about what it would look like to work together to help you with your cash, your consistency, and your content. And I just broke down what that would look like. So you can go to KristenMaximizer.com and book your sales call. But if I didn't give you any context and I just popped up on your screen like, I'm a business coach, go to KristenMaximizer.com and book a sales call so we can work together. You'd be like, I'm not working with you. Who are you? Does this make sense? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments if this makes sense. Position your product as a solution to a problem. Position your product as a solution to a problem. Think about the why, and then people will buy. My next tip, I kind of already did this too, because I just be talking. Show us how your product works. Show us how you use it. Show us how it's going to make our life better. I want you to think QVC. If you've never watched QVC, it's time for you to go to YouTube, type in the letters QVC, and just look to see how they sell on QVC. They always focus on how this product works. They style it. They use it. One type of company does really well with this is like planner companies when they do like pin tests and wear tests. And I even seen one company where they were worrying about the cover of a planner and like the owner ran over the planner with her car. So you could see like how sturdy the cover of that planner was. Like it was not bending. It was not breaking. They were showing us how the product works. Okay. Show your day in the life, but with you wearing your products. If you sell lip gloss, you should have your own lip gloss every single day. For Alani, am I saying your name right? Let me make sure I'm saying your name right. Alani, who sells perfume, every single day in my stories, I will be letting people know what scent I'm wearing. Today, I wanted to smell like this, so I'm wearing this. Today, I would let them know. Like it would be something that you do every day, but a part of it would be like, this is the perfume that I'm wearing today. And you don't always have to necessarily say, buy it. You could say, okay, today from my perfume line, I'm wearing this. This scent is this and this and this. I like to wear this scent on these days because of this and this and this. And then move about your day. If someone wants to buy it, they're going to click the link in your bio. They're going to make a comment or they're going to slide in your DMs. But if you're selling a physical product, you should be talking about it and how you're using it. Okay? So show us how your product works. Okay? If you have specific packaging and things of that nature, let's go. I'm just so camera shy, so that is where the problem lies. Okay, so when you say you're camera shy, what are you afraid of when getting on camera? What are you afraid of when getting on camera? So show us how it works. How does this product work for me? My next tip for you to help you make more sales in your business is you have to engage and interact with your audience. Okay, this is a big one, especially as you are growing your audience. You need to respond. Respond to comments, respond to DMs, respond to comments, DMs, story replies. Anytime somebody says something to you on social media, you need to respond to them. Product-based business owners, you should also be going live. So I help with that in my one-on-one coaching, incorporating a live strategy into your content strategy. I would say to start off at least 1 to 2 times per month. And when you're going live, acknowledging everyone that comes in by name. So I only acknowledge the people that comment because on TikTok, it says, this person joined, but people are just funneling in and out. When you comment, I say hi. On Instagram, when someone comes in, I press that little wave button, right? On YouTube, when someone pops up, I say hi to every person. You also want to be responding to all of your comments and all of your questions. Did I already put this in here? Okay, no, questions goes with, okay, so I guess I put these two tips together. Respond to all of your questions. Okay, if someone asks you a question about your product or your service, answer the question. I built Krista Maximizer, the couponer, off the backs of answering people's questions, because all the other big couponers were not answering questions. They would just say, go to Google, or they would just say, watch the video, or they would just say, look at the breakdown. If someone asked me how to start couponing every single day, I answered that question every single day, because every day a new person is coming to your content. So I don't care that you showed us how different your packaging is. Talk about it every time you create a piece of content, okay? And when you go live. Let me answer this, and then I'm gonna come back. Not knowing what to say, my mind goes blank. Okay, so are we talking about pre-recorded or live? Because one tip that I want to share with you and with everyone, you should always have an outline or a mini script of what you're going to be talking about on social media. It doesn't come easy in the beginning. Okay, so if the issue is you feel like your mind goes blank, okay, what's the one thing you can do to help you with that? Create an outline or a script. I don't script because I talk a lot. I outline. So I have 7 tips right here. Each of these 7 tips, I basically have a story for. So in my early days, I would write all my tips and then I would write the examples. Right now, I'm doing examples off the top of my brain because I've been doing this for so long and I have a lot of examples in my brain. Okay. But in the beginning, I did not. I would write down all of my points for teaching couponing, and then I would write examples in. And then when people would ask me questions, I would just answer them, because when you're an expert in your area, you can talk about that area forever without prompts. So you literally just need to get yourself started. So if you're doing pre-recorded content or even a live, if you're apprehensive about being on camera, start with your pre-recorded content, and then we'll can move to the live stream. But you should make notes for yourself. What are you talking about? What are the key points? On my YouTube channel, Build a Business with Chris, Build a Business with KRYS. You can click the link in my bio to subscribe, or you can fill out this form on TikTok with your name, your email, and your phone number. And I'll send you an email with a link to my YouTube channel, as well as a link to book a sales call with me so we can chat about working together. But when you go to my YouTube channel, I have tons of videos on how to plan, batch, and schedule your content. Okay. So I think the biggest thing for you, you have to write down what you're going to say before you say it. You can't just say, oh, I'm going to post today and press record on your camera. Your mind's going to go blank. I've been doing this for 6 years and I outline every video and I outline every live stream. Even if I come on here, which I'm going to do in a couple of days, I think, and I do a content Q&A where I'm like, drop your content questions. I'm going to have like 8 content questions listed out already. So just in case no one comes to my live and asks me any questions, I have 8 frequently asked questions that people ask me. So I'll just say, hey, I want y'all to drop y'all questions about creating content for your business. I'm going to start off with a couple questions I get all the time. And then I'm just going to say the question and answer it. And as I keep doing that, more people will ask questions. Okay. Let's see what else. Was that helpful? Hey, Toy, thank you so much for joining. Where are you watching from? And do you have a business? And let me know if that tip was helpful. So my next tip that I did have was to go live and share your offer, okay? Which I talked about engaging and interacting. When you go live, going live is the most intimate time that your audience can spend with you. So when you are selling in your business and you're live like I am right now, I can engage with you in real time. You don't have to wait for me to respond to a comment. You don't have to wait for me to come to your DMs. You can see me in real time. Like, this is how I was out today. I'm about to braid do my twist in my hair. So I got a scarf on my head because I washed my hair last night and I have it in braids so it can be stretched out so that I can go, and I bought all the hair from the hair store. I got my cream. Your girl's doing her hair. This is me in real time. This is the shirt I had on all day. Okay. If someone was here, my daughter walking in, talking to me, like, you get me in real time, right? So if I'm sharing with you my product or my service, you get the most authentic version of me. And you'll know very quickly, like, oh, I like her, I want to work with her, or I'm not really feeling her vibe. Or, you know what, I'm interested. Let me see more content. Let me talk to her more. Let me ask her a question. Or if no one else asks a question, they see Alani asked me a question and I answered it and I've been responding to her. So maybe even if it's not tonight, maybe next time they join a live, they may ask a question because they saw that I was interacting with my audience. So when you go live, share your product. So the same thing you did in your pre-recorded content where you told me all the benefits, all the ingredients, told me about the applicator, why you created it, your story, do that in your live. Answer the questions. Anytime someone asks you a question, that is a piece of content. So answer the questions in the live. And then what I used to do in my early days, I always had a notebook and I would write down the questions that people ask me. Now I sometimes have a Google Doc open. And if I get a lot of the same questions, I'll type them out. That's future content. That's future live topics, future things for me to talk about. Okay. You want to make your small audience, when your audience is small, you want to make them feel like they are in a room with just you and them. My audience oftentimes feels like they know me a lot. And in order for your audience to buy from you, they need to know you, like you, and trust you. My audience feels so close to me because they get the most authentic version of myself. If you were sitting in my office right now, this is the version of Crystal that you get. I be on 10. I was talking to my sister and my aunt today, and my sister was like, girl, you was talking a lot. Calm down. I'm like this all the time, right? So you're getting the most authentic version of me. Hi, Tata. Thank you so much for joining. Versus in my pre-recorded content, I'm not this yappy because it's pre-recorded. So let your audience see you, share the offer, and share the details. And focus on the why. Okay? Why? Remember that. Why? My next tip to help you make more sales in your business is to create a sales video that details all the information about your product. So this could be a 1 to 3 minute video where you share all the benefits and all of the features and all of the whys of your product. And if you have Instagram or TikTok, you're going to pin this to your profile. Why is this important to help you with sales? Because if someone watches 1 or 2 of your videos on your platform and they hear you talk about or mention your product and they want to learn a little bit more about it, they can watch that video. You could also link that video on your website or your landing page. So when your ideal clients go to purchase, they can watch a video of you explaining the why of your product. I have made probably most of my sales to my customers from live. Most people see me on live and then they decide to work with me and they decide to purchase. Okay. So my lives sell a lot, but my pre-recorded content also sells. So if I'm on a live and I tell you that I have a one-on-one coaching package available and I have a pinned video, which I don't right now, and I have a pinned video on my profile, you could go directly to my profile and get pretty much 90% of all of your questions answered because I answered them in the video. Does this make sense? If this makes sense, let me know. Tap the screen on TikTok. Let me know in the comments if this makes sense. So this will give your audience everything that they need to know about your offer. So that way, they will have less questions for you. They've already got all the basics and all the information out because you had a video sales email that literally, you had a sales video that gives them all the details. So basically it's selling for you. So even if you're not posting content and you're not live, if someone comes across your page, because new people are finding you every day, they don't know what you're selling. They don't know what you have to offer. Maybe they watch a couple of engaging videos and you're not selling in there, but you do have a product to sell. When that video is on your page, they can watch it and they can learn more about you and more about your product. So I highly suggest you have a sales video. I actually updated all of my coaching packages. So I will be in the next 2 weeks. Sorry, someone's texting me and I'm reading text. I updated all of my coaching offers. So going into 2025, I want to have sales videos for all of my coaching offers. So in the next couple of weeks, as I'm recording all of my content for the next 3 months, I am going to be recording new sales videos for all of my offers so they can be pinned on TikTok and Instagram. And then most importantly, I'm going to put those videos on my website. Okay. That's my plan. I'm also going to have those videos on YouTube so I can link them in my YouTube videos. Okay. But I had been refining and updating my offers, and finally are in a place where I'm like, okay, this is what I'm selling in 2025, and this is what these offers are going to look like. So now I can create my sales video. But in the past, the couponing Krista Maximizer, she always had a sales video. I always made one. But now I'm just being a little bit more intentional. Okay. Overcome any objections. Objections are just questions. Do not feel annoyed with your audience when they're like, well, how many ounces in it? Does it have this ingredient in it? Why is it better than what I get from CVS or Walgreens? Like, can you tell me more about why you created it? Can you tell me how does it work on dry skin, oily skin? Can you tell me how this is going to work for me? You cannot get upset when people ask you questions. Thank you so much for the likes. I appreciate it. You cannot get upset when people ask you questions. Okay. When you signed up to be a business owner, you signed up to be in customer service. And no matter what people say or what those, when I used to work in timeshare, try to tell me, oh, you're too customer servicey. To make sales, you have to have supreme customer service. And you have to supremely be able to articulate the why of your product. So if someone is asking you a bunch of questions, that also means, number one, you probably didn't do a good job of sharing these details. One other thing I also learned is if somebody's asking me, if I'm getting the same question from multiple people, like, what does it include? What does it include? What does it include? I didn't do a good job of articulating what it includes, thus bringing me back to the sales video. Because if I make the sales video and someone says, what does it include? Instead of sending them my website, I'm going to send them the sales video. 1 to 2 minutes, they can know everything that it includes. Cool. Then I'll stop getting that question. But if people are asking me the same question about my offer, that means I didn't articulate it good enough. So I'm going to put what it includes on my website. I'm going to put it in my sales video. I'm going to put it in the email, and I'm going to make sure that people are crystal clear on what it includes. So answer the questions. Don't shy away from them. Don't make your audience feel bad. The other tip that I did not write down that I want to say is make it easy to buy from you. You had blah, blah, blah. Okay, my brain's thinking faster than the words can come out of my mouth. Make it easy to buy from you. So whether it's a free website, because I do not suggest you go and spend $2,000, $3,000 on a custom website if you're just starting, but get a free website. BigCartel.com has free websites. Get a free landing page. Your email service provider has free landing pages, okay? Make it easy for your audience to buy from you. Put the link in your bio, okay? Put the link in your bio. One thing that I wanted to do when I started my business is I really wanted KristaMaximizer.com because I always wanted to be like, go to KristaMaximizer.com and get whatever it is. I wanted one central location. So I signed up for Squarespace. I used a rinky-dink Squarespace template. I bought the KristaMaximizer.com domain. I forwarded it to my website, and people could go to KristaMaximizer.com and they could see what I sold. Okay. Make it easy to buy. If they have to DM you or if they have to jump through too many hoops, they're not going to buy from you. Other thing, on Instagram and on TikTok, don't post the link for them to buy in your comments. Why? It's not clickable. So that's annoying because people will see the link and they can't click it. Put the link to buy in your bio. Do not put the link in the comments. On Facebook, it can go in the comments because Facebook is clickable. I don't even know if YouTube comments are also clickable. But TikTok and Instagram is not clickable. Put the link in your bio. And you can always go to GoDaddy and buy your domain name and say, go to KristaMaximizer.com and forward that domain to whatever link you're using. Does this make sense? Yes or no? If it's hard to buy, people will not buy from you. If they can't find the link to buy, they will not buy from you. Make sure your website or however people can buy from you works. Nothing more annoying than you find the link, you click it, and it's a broken link. Right? And it's a broken link. How can you put the link if you have less than 1,000 followers? You cannot put the link if you have less than 1,000 followers, but you can type out your website. So what I did when I had less than 1,000, I typed out KristenMaximizer.com. Although it's not clickable on TikTok, because on Instagram, your link is clickable from day one, but on TikTok, it's not. I put buy at KristenMaximizer.com. Okay. If you're on TikTok and you don't have 1,000 followers yet, you should probably be focused on building your audience versus selling as much, right? So maybe when you get a few hundred, add the link, but really focus on, in order to make these sales, you need to have an audience to sell to. So if you have less than like 500 followers on TikTok, I would highly suggest your focus be to build an audience of ideal clients. Meaning whatever it is that you're selling, educate, motivate, and inspire your audience around that area. So for instance, I'm a content coach. So if I was starting a social media from scratch, which I started a second YouTube channel last year. So please subscribe to Build a Business with Chris. Build a Business with KRYS. Go subscribe to that YouTube channel. Trying to get to 700 subscribers by the end of November. So if you are a business owner, you need help with content or sales, go subscribe. I post every week and all of my live replays go over there. So go subscribe. You'll love it over there. There's like over 150 videos over there that you can binge watch all the things, right? So when I started a new platform from scratch, I focused on building an audience versus selling. So I focused on sharing content around how to start a business, how to grow a business, how to use content for business, how I started my business to attract an audience. And then once I had a couple hundred people, then I started selling my one-on-one coaching and saying, hey, if you have this problem, i.e., you need help with content, you need help with cash, you need help with consistency, come and book a free sales call with me. And from that sales call, we can figure out which one of my coaching packages are going to help you get more of what you want. But in the beginning, like I looked at your page, you have less than 100 followers. I wouldn't be focused on selling right now. I would be focused on building and attracting your ideal audience. But you can put your website in your bio, like type out the website, okay? But I would highly suggest for you to focus on building your audience versus trying to sell, because when you don't have anyone following you, you're really selling to no one, because who's going to see it? No one, okay? So those are my tips for helping you to make more sales in your business. I will open the floor for questions. Do you have questions? Not do you have questions. What questions do you have? Okay. If you don't have any questions, can you let me know, was this helpful for you? Yes or no? And make sure if you're on TikTok, fill out the leads form so you can get added to my email list and get the link to my YouTube channel and the link to book a sales call so we can chat about working together. And subscribe to my YouTube channel. I told myself that every single day I was going to let everyone know that I have a goal of 700 subscribers on my YouTube channel, and I think I'm 39 people away from it. So between now and November 30th, I just want 39 new people to subscribe to my channel. But please only subscribe if you are a business owner that wants help with content or sales, because I really want the ideal audience to be business owners who need help with their business. Or if you're someone who has an idea that you want to start a business and you don't know how to start or where to start, the channel is also for you. Okay, the channel is also for you. Okay, so I see some thumbs up. I see some hearts. I think it was helpful. Does anybody have any questions? Let me get done early. I'm about to go downstairs and get started on this hair. I will probably go live tomorrow from my bathroom while I'm doing my hair. I'll think about it. I have a sales call tomorrow, so I may go live after my sales call, because I definitely don't want to go live around this time, because I'm going to be glued to watching the election stuff, because clearly y'all know who I want to win. So I probably will go live in the afternoon tomorrow. If you have not voted, come hell, high water, rain, sleet, or snow, get yourself out there and vote. If you have not voted already, go and vote. Our lives literally depend on it. Thank you so much. This was so helpful. Oh, hey. You're welcome. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have any other questions. Your life depends on it. So please go and vote. Bring yourself water, bring yourself a chair. The lines are going to be astronomically long. Go vote. It's important. This is not the election to sit back idly and not vote because you think both candidates are not good. If you care about women, you know what to do. Okay? If you love women, you know what to do. Just take yourself out there and vote. Okay? Okay. So, any questions before we go? Thank you for the follows. Y'all don't got no questions? What the heck was that, girl? It's a sticky note. I'm like, what is that noise sizzling? All right, I'm not gonna twist your arms. I answered all the stuff that I can answer, so I'll probably be live tomorrow afternoon. I think my sales call's at 1-ish, so I'll probably go live a little after that, so maybe around 2-ish Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. But my main focus is to get my hair done because my sister's birthday is on Wednesday. We going to Disney for her birthday, Epcot Food and Wine Festival. And I have my content to record. So I'm gonna do my braids, my twists, my long twists. Oh, I'm gonna feel like a human again. Do my twists tomorrow and tonight and tomorrow. And then I'll record my content, half my content for the rest of November and December and January next week, along with my sales videos. I'm gonna create sales videos for each of my offers. I think going into 2025, I have 2 core offers that I'm going to be selling. Is it 2 or am I going to sell 3? I'm going to sell 2 core offers in 2025 and really just stick to them. I am the person, I love group programs. I started my business with group programs, but for where I am in business right now, I love one-on-one. So I think for the rest of 2025, I'll be doing all one-on-one and then some workshops quarterly. Any free website you recommend for e-commerce and digital products? The website really doesn't matter, but you can use Big Cartel for anything. So bigcartel.com. Bigcartel.com. It's free. I don't know why people be inviting me to co-host. I don't know you. I'm not going on live with people. So bigcartel.com. Okay. So last call for alcohol. If you have questions, drop them. If you have questions you don't want to share publicly, send me a DM. You can slide my DMs. They're always open. I answer them. To get on my email list and get the link to my YouTube channel, for those of you on TikTok, fill out the live form, and you'll get the link to my YouTube channel and you'll get the link to book a sales call. Okay. Websites don't matter. I spent so much on my site, but lacking content. So if you have a great product or a great service, where the product or service is hosted doesn't really matter because people will buy anyway. So if you are lacking content, I'd love to chat with you about it. So if you have a great website, that's awesome. But if you're not driving traffic to that website, you have an expensive website that you're not making money on and not making a return on your investment. So I always tell my new business owners, don't spend money on a custom website to start. Spend that money on coaching, mentorship, and perfecting your product so that you have a good product to sell. Because when you make your own website, no one's going to your website unless you send them. So unless you want to pay for your audience, meaning you run ads, which I don't suggest, or you're going to build your audience, meaning you build it on social media, you are driving traffic to your website. If you don't have any traffic to drive to your website, you just paid all this money. My nose is running. You just pay all this money for a website that you're not getting, that nobody's seeing because nobody knows you exist. No one is going to KristenMaximizer.com unless I send them. The people that are going to KristenMaximizer.com have watched a YouTube video. They have watched a live. They have seen a TikTok of some sort. Maybe they have Googled something that pops up Krista Maximizer and it gets sent to my website. But no one's waking up and going to KristaMaximizer.com like they go to Amazon. No one's doing that unless I send them. How do I send them? I send them from my content, right? So if you are lacking content, if you are lacking an audience, I'd love to work with you. Make sure you get on my email list. You can fill out the leads form, get on my email list, and let's chat. Okay? That part spends so much on the aesthetic. Right. And I'm going to be honest with you. This is just like, I'm on my third version of what my website looks like. And I think the most I've spent on a template is like I spent close to $200 on a template. So I never paid for a custom website. I purchased Squarespace. So I paid for the year for Squarespace, right? And then I pay for my domain. And then I go and I'm like, oh, Squarespace template. The first one I used, it was from Squarespace. The second one, I think I spent like $120, $140. And I kept that for like 2.5, almost 3 years. This last one I got, and I've had it on my website since 2023, I want to say. Or maybe early this year. No, was it 2023 or was it this year? It might have been 2023. I got this new website, but I literally buy a template and then I customize the template to my website. Do I pay for a business address? Absolutely not. Nope. I've had a PO box in the past, but I'm not doing packages and stuff. Like I don't ship things, so I don't. So I would suggest just getting a PO box. So that way you have a PO box address to put on your address when you're shipping stuff, so it doesn't have to be your home address. So I did pay yearly for a PO box. And I just got the smallest PO box because if anything ever came bigger, the post office would hold it. So I would say pay for the smallest PO box and use that PO box to ship out your packages. Does that make sense? Yeah, you're definitely probably overspending because a lot of times people start businesses and you hear so much advice, so you just start doing stuff, and that start doing stuff will cost you a lot of money when it really doesn't cost that much to start your business because your number one goal should be to make sales. So before you get the fancy website and any of that stuff is how can I sell more of my products? Because you want to have cash flow coming in, right? So I'd love to chat with you to assess where you are, figure out where you want to go. And then I have multiple packages. I have one-time coaching packages and I have 6-month coaching packages, right? So I have a package for everyone. If you're ready to invest the time and the money in your business, I'm your girl. Would love to help you. So all you have to do is fill out this leads form. And before I go to bed tonight, I will get you on my email list that will give you a link to my website. It'll give you a link to my YouTube channel, Build a Business with Chris. And it most importantly will give you the link to book a sales call with me. I am looking to book one more sales call this week. I have a goal and I need to just hit one more sales call this week to meet my goal for the week. So if you are interested, I have availability for sales calls tomorrow and on Thursday. I don't think I'm doing any on Wednesday. I don't even know if my calendar's open on Wednesday, but if my calendar's open, you can book Wednesday. Have at it. But I do what I do. I would love to book one more sales call with someone who is, serious and ready to get the help and support in their business. So I'd love to chat with you. So just fill out the form if you are interested and you're like, I'm ready, and we can figure it out. And a big part of it is forgiving yourself because you don't know what you don't know. Like when I started, I was a hot mess. The one thing about me was I didn't have a lot of extra money to invest. So I was very cautious with my investments up front. But one thing I did invest in, I invested in coaching and experiences. So my first year in business, I went to a ton of in-person events. So instead of spending money like on systems and on websites, I was spending money on hotels and tickets to go to events where I met a lot of people. And a lot of those people have impacted my business to this day. I found my business coach at an in-person event, and I had been in my business for about 15 months. I had been full-time in my business for 3 months after being fired. You don't know my story about being fired, baby. But I got fired from my 9 to 5 in August on my 1-year YouTube anniversary. It was so amazing. Best thing ever. And then 3 months later, I went to an in-person event. Actually, in November, I went to an in-person event. I spent $500. I bought a hotel. I flew my dad out to watch my daughter so that I could really immerse myself in the experience because the event was in Florida, like literally down the street from my house. And that's where I met my business coach. And she was my coach for like 5 years. But I spent that money for in-person events, right? So I probably spent like $1,000 overall for that weekend. But that was an investment that $1,000 investment turned into a multiple six-figure business for me because I didn't know what I didn't know. So I ended up spending $6,000. I ended up spending $6,000 for that first 6 months of one-on-one of coaching with my coach. It wasn't one-on-one, it was group. But what I learned from her has made me multiple six figures. Like between the mindset alone and sales planning, those two things alone single-handedly helped my business. Um, but if I didn't go to that in-person event, I feel like things would have been a lot different because I was very cautious about my investments. But because I met her in person, it changed everything for me. And your first time investing and your first coach is scary because you're like, this person wants me to pay how much? She wanted me to pay, or I did pay $1,000 a month. The only thing I had ever paid $1,000 for was my car down payment, my college tuition, and my rent was $1,034. And I was paying this woman $1,000 a month. I was paying her the same amount as my rent. I literally was gonna poop my pants when I scraped together the $1,000, transferring from multiple accounts to get that $1,000 on my card to pay for that first month. But I knew that this is a millionaire online business coach. I want to be an online business and I don't know how to do that. Why not learn from someone who's already made millions online? So it was a much needed investment. Was it scary? Absolutely. Would I do it again 10 times over? Absolutely. And since then, I've spent tens of thousands of dollars on coaching and events, but it has made me who I am today. So that $1,000 I invested came back to me 2 weeks later in the form of over $3,000 from my first Black Friday. And if I had not learned from her, I wouldn't have had a $3,000 Black Friday. I probably would have had a $200 Black Friday because I did not know a lot. I'll just admit, I did not know a lot. Okay. Enough about me ranting. Any other questions? And I'm not just saying that because I'm a coach. If I'm not the coach for you, cool. Go find the coach for you. But coaching changed my life. And I've been in multiple programs. I've gone to multiple events. I've worked with a multitude of different coaches. But coaching changed my life because I didn't know what I didn't know. And your girl was a hot mess out here. Okay. Would I have eventually figured it out? Yes. It would have been a lot harder, but coaching changed my life. I believe in it. Okay. So, last call. Any questions? Again, if you have questions and you don't want to share on the internet, slide in my DMs after. TikTokers, fill out the form, and that'll get you instant access to my email list with the links to website, YouTube channel, and to book a sales call with me. I'm looking to book one more sales call this week. I will be live tomorrow afternoon. If you haven't voted already, early voting or mail-in voting, please make sure you go and vote tomorrow. It's for serious, okay? So, in the words of my beautiful source, it's a serious matter. Not TikTok talk about learn more about the elections. Like you say, vote, and TikTok popping stuff up on my screen. It's a serious matter. So go vote. That's all I'll say. It really is a serious matter. I know people be joking, oh, it's a serious matter. It really is a serious matter. So make sure you go out and vote. Okay, I'm gonna go for real this time. I'm gonna start my hair. So when y'all see me tomorrow, I'll have half a head. I'll have this scarf covering up what's not done, and then you'll see my long twist, which I can't wait for. And I do them myself. It takes me about 16 hours. I got my nails done today. They're much shorter, so I can actually grip my hair and the fake hair to twist it all up in there. I'm gonna go and probably turn on a show, pull up my chair, and get the twist in. Okay. So I want you all to have a good night. I will see some of you all tomorrow. Please make sure you go and vote. And if you have any questions for me, you know where to find me at Krista Maximizer on TikTok or Instagram. So have a good night. Bye.